This Kia owner paid $3,400 for a transmission failure at just 118,000 miles. When the transmission fluid was drained, it looked like burnt coffee. What made it look like that? You'd think it was something major, but it wasn't. Just 7 everyday habits, the same ones most Kia owners do without realizing. Let's break them down, because number 5 will surprise you, and number 2, that's the real transmission killer. 7, never neutral drop your Kia. Every automatic transmission comes with the same temptation. Rev it in neutral, slam it into drive, and boom, instant burnout. So what actually happens inside the transmission when you do that? And why do some Kias blow transmissions after just a few times? It's not just harsh, it's destructive. Your Kia's automatic uses a torque converter to transfer power from the engine to the transmission through fluid. Picture 2 fans facing each other. One spins, the air pushes the other, and power transfers smoothly. Now imagine revving that first fan to full speed, then suddenly dunking the second one into thick syrup. That violent jolt is exactly what a neutral drop does to the clutch packs, planetary gears, and torque converter inside your transmission. The sudden torque shock slams components with stress they were never designed to handle. At first, you might just feel a hard clunk when shifting into drive. But repeat this a few times, and you'll end up bending or snapping something deep inside the gearbox. Never rev in neutral and drop it into drive. If you want your Kia to launch hard, shift into drive first, then press the gas. Neutral drops are a guaranteed way to find your transmission's weakest point, the hard and expensive way. Once that damage happens, you're looking at a $1,500 to $3,500 transmission rebuild or replacement. And speaking of expensive mistakes, what happens when you treat park like an actual parking brake? 6, never rely only on park when parking. Most Kia drivers believe shifting into park is all you need when leaving the car. The gear locks the vehicle in place, so why would you need anything else? But what's actually holding your 3,500-pound Kia in place on that hill? And can that little mechanism really handle it every single day? When you shift into park, a small metal arm called a parking pawl engages. This pawl drops into a slot on the transmission's output shaft, locking it so the wheels can't turn. That's why you might feel your Kia roll slightly before hearing a click. That's the pawl snapping into position. But here's the problem. The pawl is durable, but it wasn't designed to carry the full weight of your vehicle on a slope. Relying only on park forces all those thousands of pounds onto that one small part. Over time, this constant stress wears it down, or even causes it to fail. But what if there was a simple habit that takes the pressure off and protects your transmission at the same time? Use your parking brake every single time you park. Set the brake before shifting into park. That sequence matters. When you engage the parking brake first, the brake handles the load. Then when you shift to park, the pawl is just a backup, not the primary anchor. This distributes the stress and keeps the pawl from being overworked. Models like the Sportage, Sorento, Seltos, and K5 all benefit from this habit, especially when parked on any kind of incline. Just remember to release the brake before driving. Leaving it engaged damages the rotors. And if your parking pawl does fail, replacing it costs $500 to over $1,000 because the transmission has to be pulled from the car to access it. Now, once you've mastered parking, what about that thing people do at red lights without realizing the damage? 5, never shift to neutral at stoplights. You're sitting at a red light, traffic stopped, the engine's idling in drive. Some drivers think, why not shift to neutral and take the load off the transmission? It sounds logical on paper. But what if that habit is actually worse for your Kia's transmission than just leaving it in drive? When you shift into neutral at a stop, you're not really disengaging the transmission. Automatics don't work like manuals. Shifting to neutral might actually stop important fluids from circulating properly through the system. Your Kia's automatic transmission is literally designed to disengage when you're at a stop with your foot on the brake. It does it automatically. But what happens when the light turns green? Stay in drive at red lights. Your only job is to keep your foot on the brake. That's it. When the light goes green, you need to move immediately. You can't do that if you're fumbling with the shifter trying to get back into drive. And if you're in neutral, you lose the ability to accelerate out of danger if you need to. which is also why you shouldn't drop into neutral when coasting downhill. Trust me, you don't want to be the person at the front of the line causing everyone to miss the light because you're messing around with a transmission that doesn't need your help. And if neutral at stoplights is bad, wait until you hear what happens when people use both feet to drive. 4. Never drive with both feet. 2 pedals, 2 feet. On paper, it makes perfect sense. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the gas. What could go wrong? But what if your brain's emergency response doesn't match that setup? And what happens when panic overrides logic? Driving relies heavily on muscle memory, your body's ability to react quickly without thinking. If you're startled by a child running into the street or a car cutting you off, your instinct is to slam on the brakes with your right foot. That reaction is trained into almost every driver. But when you start braking with your left foot, your reflexes can get mixed up. In a split second, both pedals get pressed at the same time. The brake is trying to stop the car, but the gas is still telling the engine to push forward. In your Kia, that means longer stopping distances, overheated brakes, and a very real safety risk. Even backing out of a parking space, the wrong reflex could send you lurching forward instead of stopping cleanly. Keep your left foot on the floor. Let your right foot handle both pedals. Professional drivers spend years practicing techniques like left foot braking on controlled tracks. On the road, it just isn't worth it. For everyday Kia owners, 1 foot driving keeps your reflexes sharp, your braking consistent, and your car much safer. Now that your feet are sorted, let's talk about the one-hand position that's slowly destroying your transmission linkage. But before we move on, if this video is saving you from a $3,000 transmission rebuild, hit subscribe right now. We break down real Kia problems with real solutions. No fluff, no generic car advice. 3. Never rest your hand on the gear shifter. Resting your hand on the gear shifter while driving might feel comfortable, maybe even natural. But what if that innocent habit is putting constant pressure on parts deep inside the transmission that were never meant to carry it? Even light pressure on the shifter transfers into the transmission linkages inside. That constant force adds extra friction and wear to delicate parts that are designed to move freely, not carry the weight of your hand mile after mile. At first, the effects might be subtle: a little stiffness, rough shifting, a faint clicking sound when changing gears. But as the wear builds up, the transmission can start behaving unpredictably. But there's also a safety angle. Keep both hands on the wheel. Only touch the gear shifter when you need it. Keeping one hand on the shifter means your grip on the steering wheel isn't as firm. In an emergency, that split second of reduced control could make the difference between avoiding a crash and being part of one. Repairs for worn shift components or internal damage don't come cheap, often running into the thousands of dollars for Kia owners. It's a small adjustment that protects your transmission and keeps you safer every time you're behind the wheel. And speaking of things people do without thinking, this next one happens every single time someone's in a hurry. 2. Never shift from drive to reverse while moving. You're backing out of a tight parking spot, running late. The car's still rolling backward when you jam the shifter into drive and hit the gas. It feels fine in the moment, but what's actually happening inside the transmission when you force it to change direction while everything is still spinning? Think about a ceiling fan. Now imagine grabbing one of the blades while it's spinning and trying to throw it in the opposite direction. That's exactly what you're doing to your Kia's transmission. Inside the transmission, you have gears, clutch packs, and shafts all spinning. That spinning mass has inertia. Something in motion wants to stay in motion. When you suddenly try to reverse that direction without letting everything stop first, the shock load breaks things. At first, you might just hear a hard clunk. But repeat this mistake and you'll end up with bent shafts, damaged clutch packs, or worse, transmission failure. Always come to a complete stop before shifting from drive to reverse or reverse to drive. Let all that inertia settle down, then change direction. This applies equally to shifting into park. Don't shift to park unless the vehicle is stopped. Modern Kias have safety mechanisms that prevent the parking pawl from engaging at speed, but forcing it puts unnecessary strain on the entire system. Those extra 2 seconds you save by shifting while rolling, not worth the $3,000 plus repair bill when something inside finally gives up. Which brings us to the biggest transmission killer of all, The one thing that ends more automatic transmissions than anything else on this list. 1. Never ignore transmission fluid changes. Remember that 2019 Kia Sportage from the intro? The one with the slipping transmission at 118,000 miles? The fluid that came out looked like burnt coffee. So why do Kia owners skip this service? And what happens inside the transmission when that fluid breaks down? Kia labels transmission fluid as lifetime fill on several models. That term means it was filled at the factory and theoretically never needs to be changed. But here's what Kia doesn't emphasize. In reality, transmission fluid degrades. Heat breaks down the friction modifiers, moisture gets in, metal particles from normal clutch wear accumulate over time. After 60,000 miles, that fluid is no longer protecting the transmission the way it was designed to. The result? Slipping clutch packs, delayed gear engagement, and eventually, transmission failure. And because the degradation happens gradually, most owners don't notice anything is wrong until the damage is already done. But what if there was a simple service that could prevent all of that, for less than the cost of one tank of gas? Do a full transmission fluid exchange every 60,000 miles. Not a drain and fill, a complete exchange that cycles fresh fluid through the whole system. For Kia's 6-speed automatic, use Kia Genuine AT-FSP4 or a compatible SP4 equivalent. Do not substitute generic Dexron fluid. Kia automatics have specific friction requirements, and the wrong fluid accelerates clutch wear. For Kia's 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, which appears in the 2019 Plus Sportage, Seltos, and K5, use Kia SP6 DCT fluid only. The dual clutch is especially heat sensitive. Degraded fluid causes shudder and hesitation under 20 miles per hour that most owners mistake for a software problem. If your Kia has a serviceable transmission filter, most 6-speed automatics do, replace it at the same time. The filter catches metal debris that accumulates as the clutch packs wear. Pouring fresh fluid through a clogged filter defeats the entire purpose. That Sportage owner's repair bill? $3,400 for a rebuilt transmission. A $180 fluid exchange at 60,000 miles would have prevented that entire bill. The difference between a Kia that quietly hits 200,000 miles and one that dies at 120,000 isn't luck. It's consistent habits. Do the basics right, and this car will last. Ignore them, and it won't. Drop your Kia in the comments. Year, model, mileage, and which of these 7 mistakes you've been guilty of. And if this video just saved you from a $3,000 repair bill, then make sure you subscribe because I have a lot more great content waiting for you next. Thanks for watching.